Hey guys, I had twins 7 years ago and I lost myself when I had them, and I'm slowly still finding myself. So it's really difficult to stay the same person when you're engulfed in this person or people. And this is what happened with me because I was constantly 24 hours around the twins, Monday to Sunday, 24 hours I was around them. Literally, I didn't do anything for those first 3 years or something. I was literally, my life was all about twins. My name was Twin Mom. I wasn't Mabel. I was Twin Mom, literally. So my life was just around them, centered around them and my other kids. So it wasn't an easy thing to come out of that that world of just being twin mom. And even now I'm still trying to figure that out, finding me again after having kids. Because again, when I had my first two, I was all about them. And then I went back to uni, and then after uni I had the twins, so I went back into you know full-time motherhood, and I got lost in that side of having twins world. So until all my kids started going to school, I was mom. I was not Mabel. I was mom, because that's all I did. School runs, cook. Actually, no, it was mom and wife. I would just do school runs, come back home, clean, cook, laundry, blah blah blah. Pick up school runs, drop them after school club. All this, the usual motherhood thing, and that's what I did for. It was a lot of years, many years of me just being full-time mom. So the first thing, once all my kids started full-time education, which honestly I'm so glad, I'm blessed I was able to do that, because a lot of people are not able to stay home full-time and look after their kids until they go full-time school, because you know the world doesn't let mothers do this, because you're not able to even afford to sustain yourself and your baby. Once all my kids were full-time education, that's when I was like, okay, Mabel, it's time to go to work. Okay. So I looked for a job. I got a job. I started working. My first job back into working, working world, was I was working from home. It was an agency job. It was for like a year. So that was good, because the way it worked out is that I was able to ask my manager and be like, hey, can I take my lunch and pick my kids from school? Blah, blah. She said, yeah, that's fine, which worked out perfectly. I would work at home, then leave, pick him up, come back, go back to work till 5. So that ended. And then I found another job, which I'm at right now. And this one is an office job. It's not a work from home job. And this one, I cannot just leave. So I am full time working. So my kids are at school, so I'm not around them 24 hours a day. And then when I come back home, we have that few hours in the weekdays before they go to bed. And then weekends, we have family time. So I get to be Mabel at work. I'm not mom at work. I'm Mabel. Okay. And then obviously I have days where I go and like get my nails done. That's my thing. That's my me time. I go by myself. No babies, no kids, no husband. I go to the shopping center, get my nails done. That's my time. That's what I choose to do. And the other thing, again, I try to go out with my friends and stuff, but I'm such a homebody. It's ridiculous. Honestly, I'm such a homebody, to the point where my friends will be like, oh, let's go. And I'm like, I try to find a way out of it to not go out and stuff, because the places I want to go to, I don't want to drive there, because I'm like, I cannot drive there. It's too busy. I don't even know where the parking is. I don't know where the location is. I don't want to. So I always try to find ways out of it. But that's the other thing I try to do, to get me out there and have fun with my friends. And yeah, those are the things I'm trying to do to kind of get myself back. To be honest, I don't think I have a hobby. I don't know what hobbies are like. So I'm still figuring that one out. So the one thing I would say to moms, twin moms, you decide when you're ready. Okay. There's no time frame for when you're ready. You might be ready in 6 months after having your baby. You might be ready in a year. You might be ready in 3 years. It's up to you. Whenever you feel ready, make sure you get back to you. Okay. Because sooner or later the pin is gonna drop and you'll be like, oh my god, it's been 5 years. Who am I? It always drops and you're thinking, who am I? You're trying to figure out, what do I like? And all you're thinking of is mother. Literally, all you're thinking about is motherhood and being mom. That's all you know. So just make sure you get back to yourself, because before you were a mother, you were you. Okay. Literally, you were you. You were an individual. You had hobbies, you had things you wanted to do. So make sure you get back to that person. Okay. Get back to that person